Hello. I am recording this video from my work studio in Highland Park, where I was evacuated on Wednesday. Um, I just, as a member of this community, and also as a victim of these fires, I just wanted to give you the best update I could. Um, and to talk a little bit about how I'm maintaining and definitely plan to continue maintaining joy, curiosity through this time. Saying the obvious things, this is hard and scary and uncertain, and no one has answers fully, but I'm very confident that people are doing the best they can. I have deep compassion for the firefighters and the families of the firefighters. These people have gotten no rest in over a week. The winds are picking up today. We're about a week from when it started. And I will share with you a little bit about my own story. So for me, I we have a home in Pasadena. We've been there since 2016, and it's where my daughters are. And I was just there with them, spending time with the three of them, playing board games, having a great time. And also my one of my daughters, her girlfriend was with us as well. So I have four babies with me, and we have two dogs and a cat, and it was a great time. I was letting my daughter and her girlfriend use my car, so they brought me to Highland Park where I could continue to work. This was about between 5:30 and 6. By 7, no later than 7:30, I got a call from my daughter that the mountain was on fire. And I've had teenage daughters for a season, so I was like, well, calm down. What do you mean? Because there's occasions where there's small fires, but nothing major. Um, but obviously, this was like nothing we'd had before, and my family had to evacuate. Um, we split some of them between my mom's and squeezed some of us in the studio. And the next morning, got another alert that we had to leave here too. There's really no words for what we saw or how fast this fire spread and moved. There's just no way to describe it. Um, the winds were epic, like 80 miles per hour. And so, long story short, it's been ongoing communication with friends who've lost their home, businesses that we frequented quite often that were like staples of that Altadena community gone, like Rhythms of the Village, where African drumming would take place and was kind of like a cultural hub for folks in Altadena. Um, yeah, good friends, good family members, not knowing if their homes were still there. And even now, um, our home didn't burn and is also currently unlivable. We're still evacuated. Um, and there's no water, no power, no gas. It's covered, everything's covered in ash and smoke. And the neighborhood. We just don't know when we'll be able to return. So we're applying for aid everywhere we can, FEMA grants. We're also donating. Octavia's bookshelf has been amazing, but there's just all kind of efforts trying to stay off the some of the more negative aspects of social media. Some of the ways I'm staying joy curious and trying to make sure other people are as well is the reality that still asking yourself what brings me joy in this time will protect us from predators. Unfortunately, not everybody sees the disaster as a traumatic time. Some people see it as an opportunity. have a lot of concern for these Black homeowners losing their land and their home. And so really trying to get the word out to them to, take a breath before they sign anything or just ask themselves if it feels good, if it feels easeful, that's something we're still entitled to, even in the midst of this. We don't have to surrender ease. We don't have to surrender joy. We don't have to surrender our gut. We don't have to surrender these things. In fact, they're like really important right now because there's like nothing there. So where there's nothing, we are rebuilding from scratch. We have to rebuild fully. And we don't want to do that from a place of desperation. Um, and we don't need people around us who are making us feel desperate or preying on these losses. And so really using joy to help people advocate for themselves, to help people to check in with their gut, which can may feel disoriented right now during this time of like distress, actual distress, not knowing, which we never know what's happening day to day, but it's different in these circumstances for sure. I'm sharing with people the Shape and Shift podcast, Death and the Girl, as well as Akila S. Richards' resources on grief. And good friends are encouraging me to see myself as a victim of these fires as well, which is um, challenging. Really, I want to work. I want to talk to people about joy. I want to make sure they're protecting themselves with joy. I want to make sure they're advocating for themselves with joy. I want to make sure they're not making decisions from a place where they feel like joy is a luxury right now, because it is not. It is not a luxury. It is always with us, and it is always something we're entitled to, even in moments like this. With that being said, I am learning to be helped as I am helping. Some ways that you can help is to continue to help me spread the word about joy, curiosity. You can, um, we're going to have ebooks available on my website that we're really excited and proud to share with you all. They're a collaboration between me, my daughter, and inspired by the matriarchs in our family. We've been working on them for a while, and we're planning to release them literally the next day of the evacuation. But that's a way to support my work right now. Um, I have PayPal and all that stuff. If donating is what feels good, honestly, what I'm hoping to do is again work. If you're with an organization or a school or anywhere that could use conversations about how to shape this moment, how to shape change, how to proceed and move forward with joy, how to grieve with joy, how to be sad with joy, how to say goodbye with joy, how to do all these things. I would love to be of use during this time because that's what brings me joy. And I thank you so much for understanding the rescheduling of things. And I will be hopefully rescheduling within the next week when things stabilize, hopefully. And I just thank you for listening and contributing whichever way you can, even if that's like purchasing an ebook or donating or just help me find opportunities to do more of this work. Whether that's being on podcasts or, like I said, talking to schools, organizations, I really, I've never been picky about that kind of thing. I just like to do my work. I feel the best when I'm doing it. And I just thank you. I trust change. I trust joy. I trust the winds and I trust the water and I trust the fire and I trust the earth. And I'm grateful for you. And I have him. So I'm good. Thank you.